Hello guys, welcome to the First channel. So in today's video we are going to be discussing about this boom and crash scalping strategy. Okay, so as you all know, on this channel we don't talk about how you catch 10 20 candles. We aim to catch 50, 100 and 200 candles, okay, because that is the candle that give you more profit. Okay, so you just want to stay tuned, watch this video to the end, because I'm going to give you guys a trick you are going to be using for this strategy that's going to guarantee you how you can catch 150 candles. Okay, so stay tuned, watch this video to the end, and make sure you have a better understanding about the strategy and start using it to make your own money. Okay, if you're someone that have $5 account, imagine if you catch 150 candles, you will see that you are making a huge profit with that $5. Okay, so if this is what you want, then make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and after you post notification anytime we post new strategy, you guys will be aware. Okay, so with that being said, let's proceed with this strategy. Okay, so first thing you want to do is just to show you guys the settings of the strategy, then we dive into how you can use this strategy. Okay, so but before we talk about the settings, let's talk about how you use this strategy. Okay, but I'm going to give you guys the some tips on the indicator we are going to be using. Okay, so talking about the indicator in our main chart, the indicator in our main chart is going to be the moving average and the Bollinger Bands. Okay, and the other indicator we are going to be using on our indicator window one is the RSI, Williams percent range, moving average, and the awesome oscillator. So that is the indicator we are going to be using. Okay, so indicator right here, we have already talked about it. Indicator right here, we have already talked about it. Okay, so let's begin with how you use this strategy now. Now, talking about the strategy, your aim is to catch 50, 100 and 150 candles. Okay, so that is your aim with this strategy. Now I'm going to give you guys a trade that gives you more than you can see this is the trade right here that give you more than 150 candles. Okay, with this simple strategy. Okay, so let's talk about how you use this strategy. Now first thing you want to do when you come to the chart is, when you come to the chart, anytime you come to the chart, now the first thing you want to do is just to check the market condition. Okay, and what is that condition, what you want to see before taking an trade. Okay, as you know, right here on the 85 levels is where we are going to be aiming to trade. Okay, because we are on boom, we are going to be trade at the 85 levels. Now what do you want to see? Now what we want to see is, we want to first see the awesome oscillator to come straight to the 85 levels. Okay, and when the awesome oscillator comes straight to the 85 levels, we want it to change in volume. Okay, it has to change from this green right here, it has to change to red. Okay, so that is what give us the market condition that the market want to go for a sell. After we see that, then the next thing we have to do is to wait for this cross to happen within the lines. Okay, the line you are seeing in your main chart now, which is this line right here. We want to, this is where the crossover happens. We want to see the crossover to happen between the line. Okay, the one stand for the Williams percent range, and the one stand for the moving average. The red one is the moving average, and the other one is the Williams percent range. Okay, they have to cross over each other. When they cross each other, then that is when we are now going to be looking to our main chart to look for an entry. Okay, and what is that entry? We are looking to see the same thing that happens on our indicator in one to happen in our main chart. And what is that? We want to see the moving average cross below the Bollinger Bands line. Okay, the moving average is the blue one and the Bollinger Bands is the green one. We have to see them cross over each other, and this is where they cross over each other. After they cross it over each other, then we are now going to be looking for a trace. Okay, so you can see this way to cross over each other, and this is where we are going to be looking for a trace. After this candle close below, after this candle right here close, then we are now going to wait for another 3 candles. Okay, which means that we are waiting for this, all these candles right here. This is what candle we are going to be waiting for, and we are going to be entering our trade from this candle right here. So that is candle we are going to be entering our trade with, and then we hold our position to see that we was able to catch 150 to 100 candles, then you close our positions. But remember, not every time trade is going to give you 100 to 150 candles. Sometimes you can catch 50 candles and then you close the position, but the minimum is 50 candles. Okay, so let's look for another trade here on crash, and I'm going to show you guys simple trade that happens this morning. Okay, so now this is the trade that happened, and you can see the trade keep going to the top side. Now this is even up to 400 candles. Okay, but we're not going to be talking about that. Just want to catch 150 to 200 candles. Now what is the thing we want to see? Now on crash here, we're going to be looking to trade at 15 levels, and what we want to see is that we want to see that we want to see, for first we want to see the oscillator come to the 12 levels, and when they get, when it gets there, then we are looking to see it change from red to green. Okay, on change from red to green, then you want to see the crossover happens between the Williams percentage and the moving average. When this happens, then that is when we are now going to be looking for a trade on our main chart. And remember, we want to also see that the moving average and the Williams percentage also touch the 15 levels of the RSI. Okay, so that is what you want to keep in mind. Now, once you see that, you wait for a candle to close below the moving average, and we also want to see that the moving average and the Bollinger Bands cross over each other. So everything happens right here. This is where they cross over each other, and there's the candle that close below the price. Okay, so this candle, wait for another 3 candles and we enter right at this candle. Okay, so this candle we are going to be entering our trade with, and we hold our position till we see that we catch enough profit. Okay, so that is that. Now you guys can use this strategy. Okay, so let's talk about the settings for the strategy. Now, talking about settings, the first thing you want to do is to go to this icon we are seeing at the top. So click on it, and this first indicator we are going to be adding is the moving average. So how do we add this moving average up? We click on this F icon at the top. We click on this F icon, search for moving average, and click on it. Now for the moving average, the period is 10, shift is 0, method is simple, apply to weighted close HLCC/4, and using style of your choice, and click on save. Then you're going to have your moving average in your chart. Now for the next indicator is the Bollinger Bands. And to wear this up, click on this F icon again. This is for our Bollinger Bands, and click on it. Now for the Bollinger Bands, the period is 4, shift, the deviation is 0.500, shift is 0, apply to previous indicators data, and for the style using the color of your choice, and click on save. Then after that, you are now going to be adding your RSI. So how do we add this RSI up? You click on this F icon at the top, search for our RSI and click on it. Now for the RSI, the period is 10, apply to close, and for the levels, we need 15 and the 12 levels using the color of your choice. Go back and click on save. Make sure you set your style as your background color, then click on save. And once you add the RSI up, it's going to be on your indicator window 1. So the next indicator we're going to be adding is the Williams percentage. How do we add this up? We click on this F icon on our indicator window 1. This is for our Williams percentage, and click on it. Now for the Williams percentage, the period is 53, level is none, time frame is alt 9 frame, using this type of choice, and click on save. And you're going to have your Williams percentage in your chart. Now for the next indicator is the moving average. So how do we add this up? We click on this F icon again, search for moving average, and click on it. Now for the moving average, the period is 13, shift is 0, method is exponential, apply to low, and for the style I'm using the red color, using the color of your choice, and click on save. Now for the last indicator, but not the least, awesome oscillator, you just have to click on the F icon again, search for moving average awesome oscillator, and click on it. Now for the awesome oscillator, it just has to be as the default color, then click on save. That's all the indicator we are going to be using for this strategy. Okay, so I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification. Anytime we post new strategy, you guys will be aware. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.